There's no reason why Paul Ryan should not be the most hated man in America. He is dedicated his entire public life to greatly increasing human suffering across the board. He's a bagman for America's oligarchy. And he achieved a dream, make no mistake, back in December when they passed that tax monstrosity, which is a massive redistribution of wealth to the 1% and to America's corporate sector. And that, along with gutting the safety net and other things, I'm sure, like, of course, doing away with environmental protections, just, the core goals: sicker, dumber, poorer America. Paul Ryan, though, apparently he or his social media person, whoever is in control of his social media account, of his Twitter account, felt the need to do some bragging about the effect of his tax bill. And this is literally the best they could come up with, because I guess unlike Trump, the guy doesn't just make stuff up. So he was looking within the realm of reality of something he could say that this tax bill does for a normal person. So here is Paul Ryan. A secretary at a public high school in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, said she was pleasantly surprised that her pay went up by $1.50 a week, and she said she will more than cover her Costco membership for the year. Now, guys, I don't know if we looked up how much a Costco membership of the year for the year is. I doubt it's, what is it? What would that be, like $40? I doubt it's at the $40 price point. But that being said, I mean, $1.50, speaking anecdotally, like $1.50 is not even enough to get like no BS coffee in today's world. That's not even like a gas station cup of coffee. So while Wyatt Coke,
So it looks like a membership is $60, 1.5, $1.50 a week would be about $78.
okay, so she can cover the Costco. Okay, so cool. So she can.
So suck it, Michael.
So suck it. I stand corrected. We should have an entire tax code to benefit Wyatt Coke, because this woman can join Costco. I actually would like to give her a lot more than a Costco membership. What were you going to say, Brendan?
I was just going to say she's almost then halfway to the executive Costco membership, where other people can use your account.
That's exactly right. So if you're almost halfway to an executive Costco membership, and I just totally got owned because I was both wildly wrong in the math, which fits with the brand of this show because, of course, we're anti-math, and wrong about this specific anecdote, which I'm sure Paul Ryan savored. Why did Paul Ryan later delete the tweet after a barrage of criticism of people pointing out that the tax cuts are, of course, massively beneficial, not to the secretary in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, but to America's wealthiest? Well, it was probably also because, as Senator Brian Schatz of Hawaii pointed out, the tweet about $150 a week is not a PR mistake. It's really what they think. Moments ago, at Paul Ryan, and then his opponent, Randy Bryce, was all over it. Moments ago, at Paul Ryan deleted this tweet after we told him how out of touch he was. Bryce wrote, soliciting a $1.50 donation. So, show Paul Ryan what you think of his tax bill. Randy Bryce went on to raise over $100,000, over $100,000 from donors who donated the $150 to his campaign. He is just shy of $1.3 million on hand, and has spent $922,567 last quarter. Ryan has $9.6 million on hand, and critics have pointed out $500,000 in campaign donations from the conservative billionaire Koch family gave to Ryan shortly after the House passed the version of tax overhaul in November. Well, of course, that's who he works for. The Kochs were threatening to cut off funding for people like Ryan because they weren't getting through the agenda, stripping away people's health care and giving the Kochs even more money. This is what they really think. And of course, it's totally acontextual. What are all the other ways are this secretary from PA going to have to pay to subsidize this giveaway to the American oligarchy? How is that going to show up in property taxes? How is that going to show up in longer work hours? How is that going to show up when things
Health
start?
fees.
Health fees, funding for her school, cuts that will jeopardize her job. Who needs secretaries in the age of automation and tax and mass budget cuts and austerity? Who needs schools? I certainly wish her well, but it's obvious who this plan is designed to benefit.